My name is Lecturer Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, and I would like to share the word of God this morning with you, particularly in my devotion this morning. I said I'm Lecturer Bishop Kenya Michael Otome, speaking in National Government of Kenya Republic in Nairobi, and Embakasi East Constituency. Why am I called lecturer clergy? Simply because I'm a teacher in theology by provision. You know, we have pastors, we have bishop, reverends, and teachers, which are normally teaching pastors and reverend and bishops in that case. So I fall in that category of teaching. I've taught African Inland Church, beside our college, so many years, Narrow County Government and also Covenant College of Mission, a school which is offering systematic theology and Islamic studies, the Narrow County Government. And I've also taught government, paramilitary general service unit, which you normally refer as a general service unit, an official force equivalent to Kenya Army, as a civilian spiritual affairs instructor for many years. That is 2004 to 2016. Here in Nairobi National Government, Utawala College. So this is actually a kind of a Christian festive, season. I'm reading from New International Version Bible. Actually, I said it is actually the word of God give wisdom, and from God mouth come knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2 verse 6. And New International Version, Son of One Publishing House, Grand Rapids, Michigan, United States of America is the kind of Bible I'm using this morning. And I also said I'm also expert in theology of Islam. I have a degree in Islamic studies, equally with systematic Christianity studies. Here is my Holy Quran. It is here, translated in English. All right, it's here. And also this one is I've studied at Independent Learning, Columbia International University. It is here. All right. A School of Mission, which is offering Islamic studies, and this is actually the syllabus if you want to apply. All right, it is here. All right, it is here. Columbia International University. You can to know God and to make Him known. All right, and it is actually a syllabus. If you want to Islamic studies, is here. Okay, so it is here. So I have both degrees, and if you want to apply, if you want to learn about Islam, you can. This is actually the catalog. Global Vision and Independent Learning, Columbia International University. I completed my studies when I was admitted in 1999, and I completed in 2001, and I also graduated of Kapsa College for years as a trainee. Kapsa College, accredited in 90 county government in Kenya. I graduated for year systematic ideology program, studies, systematic discipline theology, and also I graduated also here in Nairobi Vision International University, Ramona, California, an affiliate campus here in Kenya, Limuru campus, 2004. We want to read this book, which was actually written by a tax collector who became one of the Christ 12 disciples called Matthew. And he wrote that time actually to offer a refutable proof that long-awaited Jewish Messiah Jesus Christ was inaugurated. He inaugurated his kingdom on earth when he was actually born here. So why give Christian genealogy? Because now we are in a kind of a Christmas, kind of a festive season. Why give Christ genealogy in Matthew chapter 1 verse 1, or a record about Jesus Christ? Matthew wanted to, I read it actually. The genealogy of Jesus Christ is a record of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, is the son of David, the son of Abraham. Matthew wanted to underscore Jesus' humanity birth into a family with traceable roots. A Jewish male always traces lineage through his father, and Joseph was Jesus' legal father, and mother was called Mary, with many other children, like even James and others, Jude. If you read also Galatians 1, chapter 1, verse 19. The genealogy also introduced a major theme in the book since he was considered a descendant of both David and Abraham. Jesus became the fulfillment of the promises and of the covenant God has made with the humanity. When Jesus was born, the whole world was amazed of that time, particularly Rome, government, and also Jewish priests. We call them Pharisees because Jesus was born in a kind of a mysterious kind of birth. Yes, we are told during that time, and I hope even this time, Jews used to allow the couples who want to marry each other, dating, particularly youth, a female and a male, to stay together after, a pre-wedding kind of a, way of life. So Mary also stayed with Joseph in that kind of a manner. They've been allowed to travel together. They can also go have their leisure time together, because now it was confirmed by both parents of Mary and Joseph that they are going to marry each other. And you can read also that one in Luke chapter 3 verse 23 to 38, and Matthew also equally what I've read now here. Genealogies of Jesus Christ is also written in Matthew, like the way now I've said there in Matthew chapter 1, and in Luke chapter 2, 23 to 38 verses. So we are told it was actually a mysterious death and as well as a confusing death of Jesus Christ's birth. Simply because Jesus and Mary and Joseph has been together as a youth, we are allowed to move together, probably sleep even together, and have lunches together, and their leisure times. So she became pregnant, and it brought a lot of confusion as well. Why? Because some people are saying this is youths are used to work together. Probably they might have committed a fornication. And here again, a supernatural angel was sent by God to say no. So it was a kind of a so confusing kind of a thing. And Joseph also was worried. I don't know whether it was a hypocrisy kind of a behavior. And likewise, the girl likewise. Because, nobody wanted to say that I've fornicated. Sometimes people can hide such kind of, adult fornication. Because for the youths in that case, and for the adults, we call it the adultery. So while is Uriah in the genealogy of Christ also, the kind of a soldier which was killed by King David, alright, and and married the concubine Bathsheba, and Jesus is said also which is coming from that lineage. If you read again, actually Matthew 1:6, and another confusion also came in, and just said the father of the King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife. Same again, Jesus Christ from the lineage of a concubine of King David. The woman which was actually regarded as not a royal family married woman probably, but he bore King David, King Solomon likewise. King Solomon was from Bathsheba, and Jesus was from that lineage. Mwanamke sasa hii tunaweza kusema malaya in that case. Because alilala na mwanaume, alilala na mfalme, na ni bibi ya mwingine, na mzee aliuawa, mzee wake Uriah. Kwa hivyo the way God operates sometimes is mysterious. We don't understand. So in Uriah, we are told that Jesus came from that lineage, because Israel used to keep, the lineage of the whoever married your mother. Like now myself, our family surname is called Loltome. Yeah. So my mother was the second wife of Mr. Lakoda Loltome. My mom was the second wife. Alright? For example. So I am from the second wife. Myself, Bishop Kenya Michael Loltome now. The first wife has no as children, but a son, but passed away when I was young. And he has girls, which of course I've inherited myself. And there was also the last wife of the same man. We had also one son, and so other daughters, 2 daughters, and my mom has me and my brother and 1 girl. My mother had 3 children. The second wife, and the first one had so many children, but they have passed away. So but there are still some which were alive, girls particularly. So I've inherited the girls' dowry to take the money, young animals, because my mother is the one who has brought up those children now properly. And it's only my mom in that family of that old man who has passed away, called Mr. Lakuda, who's a Samburu Maasai prophet. Alright? So I come from that family. So my mom was actually the second wife, and that's why even myself now, I concur with having to marry even a second wife, because I'm a priest, and God did not actually not to dishonor my mom to say he was a sinner, neither me, because the other two women have no priest. I'm the only one priest now in the family. So that's why I wanted even to marry Winnie Imgat Raila Amolo Odinga, the Supreme People's Power President, the youngest daughter, to be my wife. Although I'm married, I have also a wife, well, children, but it's a pastoralist girl. She cannot handle executive office of the president. But she's not learned as such. So I wanted also to be president come 2027 elections or earlier, because this government is broke. And that's why I wanted to marry, Winnie Raila Amolo Odinga. Honorable Winnie Raila Amolo Odinga, who is already a leader, is Africa Legislative Member of Parliament. East Africa Legislative Assembly Member of Parliament, representing Kenya and East Africa countries. So she was actually a young girl when I was actually for the Kenya Secretary General. She was 2 years old. I was myself for the Kenya Secretary General of Marsabit 1992 multi-party elections, representing his grandfather, first Kenya Vice President, His Excellency Oginga Odinga. So we became number 2 in 1992, and I wanted now to marry the Supreme People's Power President, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, Honorable Winnie Imgat Raila Amolo Odinga. Okay, and God is going to reward me for that, for the work I've done that time, and continually also for some time. So because I was nearly even to be killed in that election of 1992 by KANU MP Member of Parliament, KANU Kenya Africa National Union Party Member of Parliament at that time, very powerful man, KANU Party Chief Whip in Parliament. It's called Honorable J.J. Falana. We refused him to hold a meeting in our locality because we ourselves, Samburus, are controlling 3/4 of Mansafti Highland up to today from 1992. So he brought 50 soldiers, and we empowered them to refuse them to hold a meeting in our area called Songa location or ward in that case now. We have empowered them, and the chief was actually my classmate in high school. It's called Chief Legaltaracho. I told him we will have there's no KANU meeting here, despite 50 soldiers, and it happened. So I was nearly to be shot with automatic gun, pistol by who was held by KANU MP Member of Parliament, a very brave man, the Honorable J.J. Falana. He's a very brave man. He's also my neighbor in that. We are not very far. He has a farm in Badaza, but he has now left his farm because of those wars. I don't know. It's now actually not. He's not living in the farm because of that war of 1992 and continuously. And Samburu and Boranas, we used to clash a lot in those ends. So we have displaced the member of parliament. I'm sorry to say that he's no longer on his farm. He's somewhere in town from 1992. So I can assure him he can come back to his land now if he wishes, because we have no problem. It's just he's located at a Badaza ward, which is closer to my location. We are just border. There's only a kind of a river, some few valleys which are separating us. At least we can see each other in a distance. So I just want him to go back, because we have also, forgiven each other. He came to me when I'm a pastor, after being a pastor for in Marsabit County, in my home area, Saku Constituency, Songa location, African and Chad, for the time being. Although now I went to be a teacher in theology classes and Narrow County government. He came to seek, forgiveness, and I have forgiven him 2,000. He came with our chief senior chief, which has passed away, Stephen Lekerle Darapo, and we had actually lunch together in my house. So I've forgiven him. So he's free to come to his home if he wishes to come to his land. I'm sorry to say that we have displaced him that time because of that fighting, of that terrible politics. So what I want to say, this celebration is very dangerous of Christmas, simply because we are reading also Jesus Christ coming from that genealogy of Bathsheba. If you read actually the 2 Samuel chapter 11, you will get it. And it was a kind of a, we don't know why. It has that line of Jesus Christ as kings, but has a lot of challenges of deaths and also blessings. So remember, even this Christmas, in festive, it was not celebrated in the a long time ago. Jesus Christ did not celebrate, his parents did not celebrate Jesus Christ, but nobody knows. But we know that he was born one time because he was here on earth. So there was a lot of confusion, and we saw so many happenings, like angels appearing to cool the station of confusion. We saw also Jesus Christ, some some people from far coming and serve Jesus Christ. Okay, from the King Herod in chapter 2 verse 1, which wanted to kill Jesus Christ. Herod the Great reigned over Judea from 32 AD to 4 BC, before Jesus Christ was born. And he was a bloody, thirsty also tyrant that time, who murdered actually among others his wife, mother-in-law, and his 3 sons. Herod was part of the Jew and part Gentile also. The Roman Empire gave him Herod as authority to rule the Jews which was there in Rome by that time, and they hated him a lot, because he was partly a Jew and also a Gentile. But most Jews hated him, even though he referred himself as the king of the Jews in Matthew chapter 2 verse 1. And he attempted even to kill Jesus, and Jesus escaped in Matthew chapter 4, and escaped to Egypt, Africa. So if you read Matthew 2 verse 13, and therefore, thereafter, the escape of Jesus was there, and so forth and so forth. So remember, this festive season of Christmas was not celebrated before. And that lineage, even we saw that King Herod also cleared so many human beings that time. King Herod of Judea was also given by Roman government to rule there. He has cleared so many infants of because of that kind of a mess, and Jesus Christ decided to be taken to to be taken to Egypt in that case. Okay, King Herod killed so many infants, if you continue reading, and that's why he escaped. Okay, Jesus Christ escaped, and also the angel also saved by telling the parent to take the child away from being killed by King Herod in that case. And the shepherd was seen, the angels were seen during that kind of birth. Death was also witnessed. Good and bad things have happened. The Magi came from Persia, bringing, a lot of gifts to Jesus, and so forth and so forth. So what do I want to say today? Remember this festive season you be very careful. I want the Kenyans and everybody living in Kenya, whichever race you are, be it white or black or religions, to take care of this festive season of Christmas, which is around the corner, some few days. Alright? Because it was not there. This celebration is being used by the devil a lot. Rather than being a blessing, we will lose a lot of lives. And that's why you are hearing a lot of accidents now occurring. A lot of people becoming pregnant. A lot of people is going to have HIV and AIDS and incurable diseases because of cases at night. A lot of people will be contracting diseases. You see, even women who are married and those who are not married and men equally, meeting at the night cases, and they commit sins and they contract diseases, and some families will break because of women not sleeping in their own homes, and also men not sleeping, and youth likewise. So take care. I want you to take care and don't waste your money, because this feast has no meaning at all. Has no meaning at all. It was not celebrated even by the Christ's parents. So it was something just was formulated by a Catholic priest, and they set a date to be on 25th. Other countries also are celebrating on January 19. Others are even and many other dates around the globe. Simply because people just want to remember that Jesus was born, which is not bad, but nobody knows when Jesus was born, because there was no actually proper record kept in that kind of sense. He was born between now 37 AD to 4th before Jesus Christ was birthed. 1st century. That's what people are saying. The one who have formulated the kind of calendar we are using now, Catholic priest called Quirinius. The one now of 2023, since Jesus' birth is now the calendar we are using, and it has a lot of mistakes. You see, they have even thwarted the right date of worship from being Saturday, which was the right one according to the Bible, in in Exodus chapter 20, verse 8 and 9 there continuously. You will see that they have thwarted the date to be first day of the week, which is the day Jesus resurrected in Matthew 28, which is wrong. So the calendar we are using also was distorted by the devil, and also things of that nature. We are seeing when this man formulated the memo for us to remember the birth of Jesus Christ. Nobody knows the date, but the festive is carrying a lot of mess than blessing kabisa. Wakati ya Christmas watu wanakuwa na shida mingi sana. Watu wanapata HIV and AIDS, watu wanafanya vituko, watoto ambao wanaenda secondary wanapata mimba, pregnancy is there, diseases, deaths, people wasting money for nothingness, extravagant buying clothes which are not there. Catholic sometimes, which are using these idols, mambo ya cross of Jesus Christ, which are not of any use or of any value. Unaona mtu anachika hiyo anasema Mungu naabudu kabisa. Alright? And one kind of you go just on a shop, you just shop a tree and you make a kind of a cross and you sell it with millions of shillings, like what was witnessed in Athens some years by Paul, and he told them to remove and they ended up killing him. So you will see a lot of people putting on these idols all around themselves, and they worship it completely. Unanua chuma tu unaweka chingo hapa, unasema ni Mungu. Mungu gani bwana? Unashonga nini miti na kuweka tu at the cross ya Jesus na kununua na million, unatoa watoto pesa ya watoto 1 million shillings or 500 or 1,000, 10,000, 50,000. Unanua tu kanini kashoma tu, has no meaning bwana. So actually, we theologians who are highly learned somehow, but nobody can finish the Bible. These 66 books plus 16 apocryphal books of Catholic, you read them, and also Quran likewise. We have degrees, some of us. We are very few priests who have taken both theology disciplines, Christianity, systematic theology, and also Islamic studies. We are trying to correct people, but they are not hearing. Wacheni ku waste money, bwana. In Marsabit, we are only 3 priests who are trained with highly, who have degrees in both books, the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible, equally. I am the only one in Africa, probably in Upper Eastern, and I doubt whether the others also have. We are only 3. One was actually Bishop Tuye of Africa, of Anglican Church of Kenya, Marsabit. Was my classmate. No, one class was behind me in high school. And he was also, we are the founders of Christian Marsabit Boys High School. Alright? And he was trained in Britain and also Kenya by Anglican Church of Kenya. And I was also trained by African Inland Church myself. And also, he passed away in a mysterious kind of, plane crash on a peace mission in Marsabit. Alright? And he was buried at the doorstep of the church. Alright? Which we don't understand why they have done that, but they say that the priest was not having any home. He was not having any plot there by then. And that's why a good plot for him to be buried And so they buried him at the doorstep of Anglican Church of Marsabit. Another one again, plane crash again. He was also trained, he has a degree in both ideologies, Islamic ideology and Christianity. That one now called William Wako, Bishop Wako, William Wako of Anglican Church Marsabit, was a Oromo, Borana priest. And another one again called Steve Tuye, I don't know. The same Marsabit again, Anglican Church, on a peace mission, also was crashed again on a plane. He went with even a lot of government high profile, like professional commissioner of Eastern, by then Rift Valley also, I think it was in Eastern, called Chalanga, Moses Chalanga, and many other, high profiles, human beings on a peace mission. And the other one went a lot with all politicians. The one of Borana, Oromo, that's Bishop Wako, they're on mission. Myself, they also wanted me to be on mission, kind of peace, and I told them no. Myself, I'm a Samburu priest. I told them, you are crushing priest. I will not be in that kind of a peace of yours. I refuse the government. This will luring us to die for nothingness. And we believe that the government was negligent to allow the priest to go to die at that time. And they told me also to be in a kind of a peace mission. Okay? And I told them, no, I'm not willing to do that. Not that I had peace, but I see that the government was playing a kind of a trick of clearing all of us. So that is how the things are. So what I want to say, I want people to be very careful, particularly this season of Christmas, because it's a very dangerous season. And don't waste your money, because this is a meaningless kind of a celebration. Meaningless totally, has no meaning at all. It is actually something which is just making you extravagant, using your money. Clothing, you buy extra clothes which are not useful at all. You deprive your family all school fees money and health money and so forth. Because the government is not providing any services, you have to depend on your own pockets. So don't waste your money. Alright? Just even celebrate at your own home. Don't even go to churches. It has no meaning at all. But if you happen to go, be very careful. And these caches, don't allow children to go for caches by this untrained priest, which are saying para what? Because the Holy Spirit ascended a long time ago in Act 2, and they want to imitate the things who are past. We are now having the Bible, the Word of God, and the Quran. We are reading. God has completed the work. This is the books are enough for us to know the voice of God and to follow. Apana para member kusema the thanks what? These untrained priests are clearing human beings. Like Paul Tenke, a Kamba priest from untrained man from Chakahola Kilibi. He has cleared so many human beings more than any other terrorist in the whole Kenya Republic. So we want this kind of untrained priest. And I want also the president, His Excellency Dr. Reverend Ruto, because now he has churches, nameless, even in at home current, to employ trained pastors. We don't tell him not to do that because he's above the law and he's a president. He's supposed to train, actually, to allow, God trained priest. Like Moi, what did to us. I was President Moi's church pastor. He employed me also. 1999, I went to do my internship at Kapartonjo African Church, Kapartonjo Kaparnet. Alright? Baringo County Government. The church was built by President Moi in 1998, when he got the seat. And he built it using his own money, 40 million Kenya shillings. And he employed me also from 1999. I went to do internship, and I was in Kenya fully 2002 until his term ended. And now we have been attacked seriously by the other regimes because I was also spiritual affairs of Moi affairs. And I was also Jaramogi Odinga, His Excellency, both of them excellencies. I was for the Kenya Secretary General 1992. So people do not like me so much, particularly the current regimes and the previous one a bit, which are not actually, they knew that I know the government more than most of other priests. And I'm also trained in both theologies. I said in Kenya we are only 3, and 2 of us has gone. We are trained in Islamic studies here. Alright? and also to bridge the gap of animosity in Kenya Republic and other nations. Like now Hamas and Israel are fighting. We are also trained actually properly, and I also helping them online now to cease their fighting. So remember, I am your president, Kenyans, come 2027 elections, August. If not before that, because this government is broke, and pray for me also. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We need Imgat Raila Amolo Odinga, Honorable. We need Imgat Raila Amolo Odinga to be my first lady to assist me in politics. And also remember also my vice president and generally all the entire family of mine and also other families. Okay, and those families I've mentioned, Raila family also and mine, and also Gugubo, my vice president, Brigadier Gugubo, he was in charge of brigade and battalion army band, and he also nearly to unseat the president back in 2007 elections. So now he has decided to be my vice president. So pray for me. My marriage is on course. Near future wife, first lady, here, Honorable Imgat Raila Amolo Odinga. I'll visit the family one of these days. They have told me to come so that we can arrange about that, actually, about the marriage. And they'll pray for me in that case. All right, my entire family. And for that ambitions I have, because I know God is going to return the work I've done in 1992 and others, as stipulated in Deuteronomy 28, verse 12. God will bless the work of my hand, and bless also those families, and bless Kenyans and everyone who is living in Kenya and beyond. So remember that, and let us take care this festive season, because the devil is normally taking charge of this kind of formulated kind of a celebration which is not in the Bible. Jesus Christ, parents have not